Unfortunately, you've seen the news and this upcoming clip with Matt Lauer being fired after 20-some years of employment as a news anchor for NBC.
New developments in the firing of Today Show host Matt Lauer in the wake of those sexual misconduct accusations.
Yeah, the network is looking into whether anybody knew about Lauer's alleged behavior and failed to report it. ABC's Ariel Reshef is in studio with more on that. Ariel, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan and Cecilia. This morning, we're learning more about when NBC executives first confronted Matt Lauer about the allegations and what he told them. The network saying management met with the former Today Show host weeks before his very public firing.
What worries me the most is that people are not coming forward. If you look at the Matt Lauer situation, people are not coming forward, and they're waiting until one person reports something, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open and other people report. It really bothers me. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, that we have to be real vigilant in the fact that right now in this day and age, we have to be vigilant in the fact that it's important for us to understand the reasons why people don't report shit. And the reasons why my inference, I speculate people don't report things because there's a 99% chance that the immediate certain consequence is to be met with retaliation or someone not happy about the popular person.
Harshly punishing.
Yeah. It's punishing.
Immediate. All of those things that make
Yeah.
punishment effective are in place systemically for
place.
people, for women
Exactly.
particularly.
For a
that
woman to
sexual
report
abuse.
something that's unpleasant against a popular person like the talk show host or whoever the head guy is, they know that they can be met with retaliation and unpleasant consequences, and it's immediate. Let's look at it from a behavior analytic standpoint. Now, the remote consequence is that maybe eventually someone will handle it and potentially fire that person, but that's such a small chance in hell.
Potentially, yeah, there's no guarantee.
It's not even guaranteed.
Right.
So it's important for us to think of that from a behavior analytics standpoint. The Matt Lauer stuff that bleeds throughout many workplaces. We have to be really, really cautious about this and consider the behavior analytic situation behind it. We need to make sure that we create an environment where people are comfortable coming forward. And that's important. We have to do that as leaders, and you're all leaders in this room. We should remind people, let us know if a family is making you feel uncomfortable, because that's like third-party harassment. We had a situation like that in South Jersey. If our people feel the slightest bit uncomfortable, we need to make sure they have a culture where they feel comfortable, they're not going to be retaliated.
People can incur major trauma and, really horrible things. And then it goes all the way down to microaggressions, right? Like if you talk about microaggressions, what is that really? It's just a situation wherein there is somebody says something or does something that makes another person feel uncomfortable, but that it's not worth it for that person on the receiving end to want to change the power dynamics. And it's just the motivating operations are set up so that person remains silent. I know I have had situations where I went into a school, I'm consulting in this school, and nothing major happens, but I can think particularly of a time there was a custodial staff member that was older, and he liked to joke around, and he was really colloquial, and it got progressively more personal, and it got progressively more
push the limit,
a little bit creepy, where, at the end of it, he said something about, like, I just have to say, today and yesterday, you look smoking hot. And he said it with this kind of leery face, and he was a little bit too close to me. And it wasn't the kind of thing where he did anything measurably wrong.
But it still made you feel like very uncomfortable.
It was gross and uncomfortable, and it was, in an area that I commonly walked through because the office that I was in was in the basement, but then you're in the basement walking to go up to the rest of the school, and it wasn't secluded, but it was just it was a basement. It was strange, and it was the kind of thing where I wasn't gonna call him out in that moment and say, listen, that was uncalled for. I didn't appreciate it. I would really like for you not to say things like that to me anymore, because there's this, mentality right now of people waiting for the right time to say things. Oh, pull someone aside.
And then too much time goes by, and then they let it go, and that person's behavior gets reinforced because they didn't get slapped down.
When is it the right time to call out a person in power for something like that? When is the right time to have a gun control debate? When is the right time to talk about all these new?
Somebody's got to stand up.
It's never the right time. So when something happens, when someone in your family makes a rude comment that's derogatory or in some way racist or whatever, if someone in your workplace makes a sexual comment that makes you feel uncomfortable, say that. Right. And model that for the people that you're modeling things for, to be that person.
There's safeguards in place for the guilty people, for like the person who's making the insult or whatever it is.
Right.
Not many, but like I feel like there's been situation, like in that situation that you gave, like he definitely had more protection. He's in a union. He's got all of these things like supporting him, and then like, who are you? If you're just a consultant in the district, it's like, well, you don't belong here. You're not part of
this. This is when I army up, I lawyer up like a mofo, and I don't if Amanda felt uncomfortable in a situation, that really gets to me.
I would feel totally comfortable going to you and saying, listen, this happened, I need you to back me. I have complete confidence that you would do that. And yet it's in that immediate situation. I'm in a basement alone with this guy that said something creepy to me.
So you look at Matt Lauer, it's like, oh, there were 5 women.
It's not at one time.
And then you look at the congressman. The first day, oh no, it's an isolated situation. Then you learn, no, it was actually 30 women. Al Franken has
4 or 5.
Right, it's up to 8 actually.
They're piling up.
Right, so now it's 8, and it's probably going to double.
Bill Cosby.
Right.
Bill Cosby.
So that's a good thing to think about. Is it's you might think it's just you, but it's likely not the first time. You're not the first person. You're probably one of 30, 40, or 50, unfortunately. So something to think about. Yeah.